knowing us millennials, like we gonna be broke now and broke later, so what does it matter? That's just... What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am Ari Renee for those who don't know, and today we are gonna be pulling some affirmation cards. It is technically day 5 of the video challenge that I'm doing, which is uploading every day of October for 31 days. So that means it's technically October 5th, which is it. It is. It's not technically. It's October 5th. I want to say good morning, but it's actually almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Your girl got an early start, but a late start. Like, I didn't really get that much sleep last night, and then I was up this morning about 5-ish. I didn't get back in my house until about 8. If you guys want to know where I was, that means you guys didn't watch my vlog from yesterday. Speaking of vlog from yesterday, I told you guys that I was supposed to be cleaning my bathroom, and that's why I pulled this affirmation cards, but that's technically on the 6th. So I'm technically supposed to be pulling these tomorrow, but we're already here. I already feel like pulling some cards. You know, hopefully my camera is okay. But yeah, I just feel in a mood to pull cards. Like, I woke up kind of moody when I actually did wake up and then go to sleep and stuff. I woke up kind of on the moody side. I won't tell you guys why I was moody at that particular moment. But throughout the day, like, there has just been, I don't know, the energy today has been weird, or maybe even shifting in a way, if you guys believe that energy shift. I do, but personally, like, today has just felt weird. It's been more rainy than it was yesterday. Like, literally been raining all day. It's very, very gloomy, very cloudy out here in the city. And if I keep looking down, I'm using my camera as a viewfinder because the camera is so far with the 50 lens that y'all like, that I had to put it all the way back there, and me sitting in my bed, I can't see it. But anyways, off topic. But yeah, we're just gonna really be pulling some cards. I've been feeling a little weird today, for the most part, but I've done pretty much all my morning routine. So I got up, I did a very good yoga routine, which included a lot of deep stretching to get your energy up. And then, of course, I found my gratitude this morning. I journaled, which I usually pick from my journal today, but something was telling me, like, just to write from the heart. So in my journal, I pretty much wrote from the heart. And yeah, so now we're going to pull some gratitudes. I told you guys yesterday that I was going to pull for you guys because I know a lot of people are down, especially with everything that's happening in the world, even more stuff that we find out today. Like, I just said I was going to make sure that you guys were in a better mood, but I'm going to also do this for myself today. Usually, when I pull my cards, I usually just, what is it called? I usually shuffle them and let whatever card falls out. You can do that, or you can literally just pick from the top if you feel like it. You can split it in half and pick a card from there, or you can span them out and wave your hand around it and let your intuition guide you on which cards to pick. Today I might shuffle, I might do a little bit of both. I'm not sure, wherever my heart is leading me towards, but I did get these gratitude cards from the Hair Museum in Atlanta, Georgia. It's more so in Decatur, but we have a hair museum here. For my black women who have never been, I would not caution you to go. I would like for you guys to go. It has like a bunch of magazines that we used to watch or look at when we were younger kids. They have the history of the hot combs and the flat irons. They actually got the hot comb that we used to put on the stove at grandma's house. You know, they have all that. It's a really good experience. I might throw some pictures up. I don't know. It's a little small museum, but it's well worth it. I got these cards here, and then I also got a shirt that says black hair been poppin', because, you know, we always going through something, especially with our hair. But this is called the SoCal, I believe, and they do have a website called theso.co, and I think it's THSOW, so it may be Sal or so. One of those, but this is just what they look like. Hopefully you guys can see them, and that's what these are here. And really, with affirmation cards, you're really supposed to choose them daily. I choose them whenever I'm in like a down mood or whatever. But let's go ahead and get into it. My camera's probably gonna go in and out because it's on autofocus, because I couldn't manually focus it for my phone for some reason, and I wasn't getting the manual focus right on my own. But yeah, let's pull some cards. I'm probably just gonna talk through this whole video, just because. So one of my friends got sick, and as I'm starting to pull cards, she's like, I'm gonna say it. She ended up. What? And she's been texting me a lot or whatever, and I was asking her how she felt, and I was like, well, do you need me to send you some soup your way, you know? And she literally said just send some positive affirmations my way. So I guess whatever cards I pull here, I'm also gonna send to her. So let's go ahead and get into it. Regarding everything that's been going on with society in the world, I kind of feel like there's a lot to talk about. I have a card that fell out, by the way. It is called Keep Watering Yourself, You Are Growing. And I know a lot of us right now are in a period where we do feel like even myself, like a lot of things have come up where it feels like I'm closing a chapter in my life, or I'm closing this chapter. I don't know what this chapter is. Maybe the hardships that I have to go through and coming into positive light. But I feel like it's like time for me to close a chapter. If you guys watched my vlog from yesterday, I actually showed you guys some of the video topics that I had come up, and closing this chapter was actually one of them. So I think this card is very powerful, very much needed. Keep watering yourself because you are growing. Like, we are growing as people. We are growing as a community. We are growing as a group. We are growing as a society. And that's why a lot of things are a lot of the old ways that don't serve us are failing. And I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I could be just talking out of my butthole, but that's what I truly feel. Okay, so we're gonna pull another card after that one. For some reason, my batteries are not lasting long. I don't know if it's my camera or if I just need both, if I just need new batteries, but it's literally both the cameras. I am recording on a Canon 80D, which I bought back when I graduated college because I started getting my first gigs for photography and videography, and that was something that I bought myself. So it is quite an old camera. That was back in 2017 when I bought this camera in January, I think. January or February, I can't remember when I bought the camera. But yeah, let's get into pulling another card. How you guys feeling, by the way? Like, let me know what's going on and what's up, because I just know that people are really going through things, and I can feel it. I don't know if you guys can feel other people's energies, but I feel like I can. And you can always, like, when somebody walks in a room, like, sometimes you can just always feel like when something's right, or when somebody's like in a really good mood. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one that realizes that, but I do not have another card here. It says breathe in courage and exhale doubt. So if you guys have been really following me along this sabbatical journey, I had told you guys that along the way of even considering taking a sabbatical in the first place, I had like a lot of doubts in my mind. And if you guys watch my October goal video, which I'll link somewhere, you guys will also realize that I have, like, in my October goal plan, to not worry about anything, to not be stressed. Well, you know, what's meant for you is for you. And I'm actually glad that I pulled that card talking about myself, because breathing courage. So us all together just breathe all that doubt out. Just let it go. You don't need it. Doubt doesn't do anything. It doesn't serve you. It has no purpose. If you listen to your gut the first time, doubt wouldn't even creep up in the first place. You gotta trust yourself. I'm learning to trust myself. That's one journey that I'm on, to listen to my intuition. Don't give a flying flip about anybody else's opinions. And learning that for myself. So, and I know a lot of people are also this way. You know, we gotta stick together. Speaking of sticking together, I am trying to build a Discord for us spiritual people, and I know spiritual people are like a variety of different people. There are some who believe in witches and goblins and mermaids and elves and, you know, unicorns and everything underneath the sky. But with this community, I kind of wanted to house a variety of people. So if you believe in conspiracy theories, like, there'll be a section for you. I know I don't mind listening to what people have to say about the world and how we got to how we are. Of course, I'll also have a section for my witches or brujas or however, whatever you want to be called. And of course, I have an area for my people who are just here to see what it's about. And then of course, I have like a meditation sections. Like I have all these categories that I've written down and more to come. I'm working on that Discord. Hopefully by the time I drop a different video later at a different date, that Discord will be ready to go. But make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So let's pull another card here. So I pulled another card. It says, it's okay to not have everything figured out yet. And I know I keep going back to myself, hey, maybe this affirmation card pulling was for me. But like not just going back to myself, but even going back to all us millennials that are taking breaks from our jobs and everything else in our life that has been kind of stressful, or even going as far as joining the Great Resignation. Like a lot of us don't have things figured out. There are plenty of YouTube videos that I have recently discovered of people in the recent past months that have quit their job with no plan, quit their job with no savings, quit their job, you know, without having a next paycheck. And some of those people are doing really well. Like I feel like if you have your mental at least aligned, or your thought process or whatever you want to call it aligned, then you can really go far in this life. Because as a lot of us are learning now, which is why a lot of us are quitting our job, is that these companies don't pay us enough to like ruin our lives just working for them, not spending time with our families, being tired all the time, not wanting to hang out and spread the love and joy that we need to. Like we're really just grinded to work our life away for a retirement that probably won't even last us, because by the time we're done working, our body is just have completely failed a lot of us. So, and not even that, like a lot of us won't even have a big retirement fund, knowing us millennials, like we gonna be broke now and broke later. So what does it matter? That's just my opinion though. That's just my opinion. But I really do like that. It's okay to not have everything figured out yet. Okay? So, y'all. And this is why I did this. Like everything I can apply to my life. And I don't know if it's meant to be that way, or if I just see things in a different light, but a lot of things I can just really apply to my life. There is, speaking of like how I was being moody this morning, I've been wanting to read a lot more. And you guys know, like I have a collection. If you've been following my videos, I do have a collection. Did I put my battery's dying and I didn't put the other one on there, but that's fine. I have been wanting to read, but I have been torn between these 3 books, and they're completely different books altogether. I've been pulled to African Goddess Initiation. I bought this book from an actual bookstore. I really thought the bookstore was used, but they had, in the front was a new section and in the back was a used section. I didn't know that until after I had already fell in love with this book. I picked this up because I had already read Orisha's Goddesses and Voodoo Queens, and I really found that interesting. So I feel like this would be really interesting too. I have not read this book. This is not even supposed to be on my next to read because I read the other book, but it's definitely something that I've been looking at lately. The next one is Get Good with Money, because going back to us millennials, not throw us on the bus, but a lot of us just simply aren't good with money. And I don't think a lot of us are broke. We just don't make enough to live our luxurious life, and we're so focused on that it just seems like we're broke. But I do want to get good with money, because there's no point in having a bunch of wealth and I can't save it, or I can't keep it, or I'm up one day and broke again the next day because I simply just don't know what to do with money. And I got good reviews. I read really good reviews about this book. And this actually should be the book that I bought, because this is one of the first books I picked up once I started my whole, like, I'm going to read this many books a month journey, which I'm really not. I'm really like 1 book a month, probably maybe 2 at the max. And then my last one is break the good girl myth. And I got this because I listened to is it Good Girl? It was I think it was called Good Girl Gone Bad podcast from, I would have to figure out what her name is because I can't remember her name. But a girl came on there and she was just talking about the different systems that women go through and the myths that we have, like how early in childhood we're taught to do this and to do that, and it gets us nowhere later on in life. And I think a lot of women, especially my age, are realizing that certain lifestyles are not the way that we want to live. Like, a lot of us don't want to be a traditional wife, you know? A lot of us don't want to be mothers. And and I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything like that, because I'm honestly in the same boat. But it tells us how, like, women were, like, as a child, we were taught to be more quieter, or being taught to be more nurturing, or even being taught to be nice or the good girl. And as you grow up, we know that being a good girl or being that child that was an overachiever, like, literally gets you nowhere but being stomped on. So if you're into anything like that, I highly recommend reading this book. Like I said, I haven't read this book either, but these are the 3 books that I really want to dive into really soon, because I feel like my whole life evolves around this. Like, if you look at my TikTok algorithm, you'd be like, girl. And that's another thing that I did today. So I told you guys that I wanted to say good morning, but it was really 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that I've been up. I was up this morning. When I got home, I pretty much laid down. I was already stressed because I had to drive in the dark, in the rain, which I don't like to do, and I mentioned that yesterday. But I kind of came home and laid down for a bit, and then as I was watching TikTok this morning and getting really dived and addicted to it, I just dropped a card and put it back in there. I realized that my ears had started ringing, and if you're in a spiritual community, you know that, like, when your ears start ringing, you're downloading information. And I'm not there yet to figure out how to interpret that information, but it didn't ring just once this morning. Like, it rang subtly, and then it rang really loud. And I'm in here just watching TikTok. There's no lights on. There's no TV on. There's no music in the background or anything. And I was like, well, let me put my phone down and let me just, figure it out. Let me just close my eyes and be in silence. I ended up going to sleep on that note. But ever since I got up, I was like, I wonder what that was really about, because it's still on my mind. Usually something like that, you'd be like, well, you just probably forget about it. I haven't forgot about it. Here's another card. Forgive yourself and be set free. I've been doing a lot of shadow work, if you guys watched my vlog yesterday. So, Shadow Rock was my elementary. Shout out to you guys. But shadow work in itself, even if you guys don't believe in spirituality or any religion or anything like that, I suggest that anyone who has some type of good intention in them do shadow work to figure out what really makes them tick and what really upsets them and what bothers them. Shadow work can even bring out the best of you that was shoved down as a child because somebody probably told you weren't good enough, and you took that to heart and you kept whatever your talents were in the shadow. So, do your shadow work, but also forgive yourself and be set free. Like I was saying, with the shadow work, it allows me to really, if I get upset, like this morning, I was moody. I told you guys that. And I'm going to be honest, I was moody at my boyfriend at the time. Don't know why. He was sleeping, being him. And, well, I know why, but I had to really, like, have a conversation in my head, like, right then and there. Like, what's wrong? Like, why do you feel this way? Like, it's okay that you feel this way. We just got to figure out why, So, in that moment of breaking it down, I'm like, I'm probably really upset because the fact that I've spent the past couple of days with him since Saturday night, and the fact that I knew I was leaving this morning in the rain, in the dark, it was just a lot of emotions that probably hit me at once with that realization, and then the lack of sleep, and just breaking that down and be like, okay, I can breathe a little bit, And by that time I finished that conversation, he was already up, moving around, already like, he said something to me this morning. I was like, you know what? F you. Because he was right. And I had, let me let my camera focus. Because he was right. And I had literally told myself what the issue was. And he immediately said it before I could even, like, finally calm down. And I noticed that I am one of those people that if you tell me what to do, or you say something to me that I was already thinking or already thinking about doing, I no longer want to do it. Like, I am that person. And I don't know what made me that way, but like, don't tell me what to do. I was about to do it. If you would have gave me 5 more minutes, it would have been done. So that's another thing that I'm working on. But, you know, we're human at the end of the day. We fall subject to different things. Speaking of, yes, I know this sweatshirt is bigger than me, and I know it's probably looking like it's swallowing me whole. It's okay. I am at home. Yes, I have another scarf on. I'm at home. I think I look cute. So don't come for me. And I have on a lion chain because this is how I'm feeling. Like, I know I'm supposed to be pulling affirmation cards, but I know I also wanted to talk to the camera today too. But I realized, like, even today when I was doing my meditation and my yoga and stuff like that, I realized that my throat just felt like it was clogged for some reason. Like, I'm thinking I needed to work on my third eye chakra with my ear ringings and stuff. And I realized that my throat just felt like something was literally stuck in it, like a frog or something. When they say you got a frog in your throat, like literally, that's how I felt. And I was like, well, maybe I do need to get on the camera and just talk a little bit and go over everything that is happening in the world. I was gonna do that, but I'll let you guys figure out on your own. We have an oil spill that's happening in California. We have some other issues in other countries regarding like their prime ministers and things of that nature. We have the issue of the Pandora Papers with the billionaires and trillionaires stashing money over into different overseas accounts that have been untaxed or taxed at a low cost. Like, there's so much happening right now, and for some reason, and I'm going to say this because y'all voted for this man, he's worried about an infrastructure, like, deal when the United States literally does not have any money. But I digress. I'm not going to talk about politics on here. This is not what this channel is going to be about. However, I think that's what's causing my throat to close up, because there's so much happening in the world, and it's like I feel like a lot of us are focused on the wrong stuff, and the ones that are focused on the real stuff, we're getting like a lot of pushback and stuff. Like the whole spirituality community, like a lot of people just don't like us. So it is what it is. I think because we're free and light, but at the same time, like, don't talk to us any type of way because we'll still get right with you. But that's beside the point. I pulled another card here, and it says, your soul is beautiful. And I actually just dropped that card. I'm probably going to pull one more card, but your soul is beautiful. Repeat that back to yourself 3 times. Your soul is beautiful. My soul is beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. My soul is beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. My soul is beautiful. Okay? So I feel so good about these cards. And like I said, grab you a pair. It don't have to be these affirmation cards. Even like I said, if you're not into spirituality, at least get some affirmations. Learn your affirmations. Make up your affirmations. I have my own affirmations that I deal with. So that I deal with every morning. I always say pretty much after my yoga. If I didn't do yoga that day, I'll say it when I get in the car. And I'll just be like, I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am loved. I give love. I can manifest anything I want at any time I desire. And depending on what I'm manifesting at that point, I will say what I'm manifesting after I say that statement, or I will just leave it be. I do have some things that I'm manifesting right now, but I've noticed lately, a lot of my manifestations have changed. You know, like I told you guys that I wanted to be a homeowner, and that's a little bit up in the air now. You know, I kind of want to go view the world. I want to go see how other countries and their societies are doing versus America. Because we can say what we want about TikTok, y'all. But TikTok is like the new YouTube University. You know, like, there's stuff that you can talk about on TikTok, get information in 60 seconds, go do your research. Always do your research, because people on TikTok will make up anything. Always do your research. But you listen to them, you be like, I can see that. And then you go and find your 3 sources of where you can really find that information and make sure that it's true. And then you be like, that's okay. That's interesting to know. So I do love that TikTok can spread awareness, but at the same time, TikTok can be your downfall as well. But I have pulled my last card that I'm going to pull for today. And it's called, and it says, be the energy you want to attract. And it's crazy that I said that, because I literally just talked about, manifesting, and that goes hand in hand with these affirmations. Like, be the energy that you want to attract. So I noticed, like, on TikTok, and I do watch a lot of spiritual videos, or they pop up on my FYP. Like, today was a strong day for the spiritual community on my FYP. But a lot of girls on there, they're like, or even in my Facebook group chats, it's really bad in my Facebook group chats. A lot of women, I notice, want to manifest love, like, right away. And I've noticed that a lot of these women are young women. I'm young too, don't get me wrong. I'm only 27, so I'm not old. But I know that you are supposed to love yourself first. And I think that's another thing that's wrong with our society. But we have so many young women that want to manifest love. And they just manifest love. They don't say what kind of guy they want. They just want a guy in their life that they're going to love. And when you're manifesting, it can be really tricky. It can be like the genie giving you 3 different wishes. Okay, I want money, but my, somebody had to die for me to get that money. And that happens. I wanted a new car. I got in a whole accident. On me, of course, but I did get a new car out of it that I was actually looking for prior to me even getting into the accident. So you really have to be mindful of how you manifest, but when you do manifest, be the energy that you want to attract. So let's just go back through these. Like I said, be the energy that you want to attract. Your soul is beautiful. My soul is beautiful. Forgive yourself and be set free. Keep watering yourself. Keep watering yourself. You are growing. Breathe in courage. Exhale doubt. And it's okay that you don't have everything figured out. And I know this is a little bit on the shorter side of a video, but I just wanted to talk about what's heavy on my heart and pull some affirmation cards for you guys to let you guys know that you are not in the situation that you are in by yourself. There are people around that will help you. Of course, you just have to ask. At any time, if you feel like there's no one to help you, write a letter to yourself. Like I said in 2 videos ago, if you're hurting like really that bad, put it in the comments. Message me, DM me, something like that. Yeah, so like I was saying, message me. There's no reason for you to go through life alone. Like I said, I am trying to build a Discord community that will probably, hopefully, grow into something bigger one day. But that's where I'm starting. If you guys don't know what Discord is, I will be talking about it in a future video. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. It would be great if you guys could comment, even if you guys are saying hey or peace and love, whatever you guys want to say. I really actually feel great about doing this video, even though it was one of my shorter videos. What? But I'm going to edit this. Hopefully it'll be up by 6. It is almost 4:30 now. But I will see you guys next time. Of course, make sure you guys stay safe out here, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear the fan? How we doing?